Hello, assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Aisha Khalid and welcome to my channel Math Madness by Aisha Khalid. So in today's video we are going to discuss, we will continue with integers, but in the integers we'll discuss the decimal perspective. So we have another chapter which is covering all the concepts of decimals, but in integers how do we deal with the plus minus signs with respect to decimals, we are going to cover that. So I think let's just directly start with the questions. Let's look at question number 4. Part F. Minus means plus, but we write the sign of the bigger number. 15.3 plus 27.9. Decimal comes under the decimal. 9 plus 3 is a 12. 7 plus 5, 12, 13. 2, 3, 4. So this becomes a minus 43.2. Let's discuss question number 4H. Minus 0.7 minus 1.5. Minus is a plus. Now plus minus is a minus, but we write the sign of the bigger number. Let's subtract these two numbers. Decimal comes under a decimal. 15 minus 7 is a 8. So it becomes a plus 0.8. Let's look at question number 4A. Minus 4.6 plus minus becomes a minus 3.2. Minus is a plus operation, but we write the sign of the bigger number. Decimal under a decimal, so it becomes a minus 7.8. Now let's start with question number 5. 14. Let's start with question C part. 2.35 into minus. This is a plus, this is a minus. So plus minus is a minus. How do we multiply 235 by 52? We'll not write the decimals, we'll just write the number and then put the decimals at the end after the answer. 2 times 5 is 10. 7. 2 times 4 is 2 times 2 is a 4. 25. 5 times 3 is 15. 16, 17. 5 times 2 is 10. 11. 0. 12. 7 plus 5 is a 12 again. 2 and a 1. So this becomes, now decimal places 1. We start from the left hand side and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it becomes a minus 1.222. You need to have a clear understanding of the method. B part. Minus 4.6 multiplied by minus 0.1833. So I'll just multiply 1833 by a 46. 3 times 6 is an 18. 3 times 6 is an 18, 19. 6 times 8 is a 48 plus 1, 49. 6 times 1 is a 6. 6 plus 4 is a 10. 4 times 3 is a 12. 4 times 3 is a 12, 13. 4 times 8 is a 32, 33. 4 times 1 is a 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 plus 1, 4. 7 plus 1, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it becomes a minus is a plus. 0.84318 is going to be my answer. Let's look at the E part. The E part says minus 1.32 divided by 0.12. Minus 1.32 divided by 0.12. There's a plus here, plus minus, the answer will be negative. How do we go about with division? Move the decimals forward. 2 decimals forward in the numerator, 2 in the denominator. Now 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 6. 6 times 1, 6 times 11. So it's a minus 11 is my answer. Let's look at the F part. Minus 0.16. 0.125. Minus and a plus again, so the answer will be minus. Move 2 decimals forward, 2 decimals forward. 16 upon a 12.5. Move 1 more decimal forward, 1 more decimal forward. 160 upon 125. There's a minus here. Now simplify it with 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 5. 160 divided by 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2. 25 times 1 is 25. 7 remainder, so it becomes a minus 1 whole 7 upon 25 as my answer. All right, let's move on to a couple of more difficult questions. I'll do one question, that's it. The rest you can do as practice, and you can comment down below if you have any problems. Let's do the part G. 73.8 minus 5.79 plus minus 16.732. This becomes a minus is a plus. Plus minus is a minus. Now add them. I'm not using calculators because this is a non-calculator topic. 9, 8 plus 7 is a 15. 5, 8, 9 and a 7. 79.59 minus 16.732. 16.732. 10 minus 2 is an 8. 5. Then we have 15 minus 7 is an 8. 8 minus 6 is a 2. 7 minus 1 is a 6. The sign of the bigger number is plus, so it will be a plus. Minus is a plus. Minus plus is a minus. Let's subtract the two numbers. 3, 3. 11 minus 8 is a 3. 1. 6 and 1, but write the sign of the negative number because this negative is a bigger sign. Minus is a plus. 13. Now let's move on to a couple of more challenging questions. Let's look at question number 1, 11A. Move 2 decimals forward, 2 decimals forward. Two decimals forward, 2 decimals forward. Now remember, if you're moving 2 decimals forward in the numerator, you are bound to move 2 in the denominator as well. 5 times 3, 5 times 10. 2 times 8 and 2 times 5. 4 times 2 and 4 times 30. 3 times 1, 3 times 10. 2 times 1, 2 times 5. We left with a 1 in the numerator and a 25 in the denominator with a minus sign. Let's do the C part. Minus 0.4 square into minus 1.3 divided by 0.8 minus 0.62. How do we calculate minus 0.4 into minus 0.4? 4 times 4 is a 16. Okay, so there's only one minus, not two minuses. There's a minus outside. Move 2 decimals back, it becomes a minus 0.16. Multiply by minus 1.3 divided by 0.8 minus 0.62. 1.3, move the decimal forward, multiply by minus 13 upon 8 minus 0.62. Now minus is a plus. 0.16 into 13 divided by 8 minus 0.62. Let's divide 0.16 by 8. 8 times 0 is a 0. Point goes up, 1 comes down. 0 is a 0. 1 comes down, 6 comes down. 2 is a 16. So this becomes a 0.02. 13 into 2 is a 26. But move 2 decimals back. 1, 2. So it becomes a 0.26 minus 0.62. 12 minus 6 is a 6. 5 minus 2 is a 3. And we write the sign of the bigger number, 0.36. You have to be very quick and good with calculations. Let's look at E part. E part says minus 2.4 minus 1.6 square divided by minus 0.8 and there's a cube on it. Now see, this minus is inside the bracket and there's a square on it. In the previous part, the minus was outside and there was no bracket on it. So this means a minus 1.6 into minus 1.6. What is 16 multiplied by 16? 16 multiplied by 16 is a 256. 1, 2 back, 1, 2 back. Minus minus becomes a plus. Divided by. What is 8 cube? 8 into 8 into 8 is a 512. 0.8 into 0.8 into 0.8, all with a negative sign. Minus minus is a plus, plus minus is a minus. 1, 2, 3 back. 1, 2, 3 back. Plus minus is a minus. Divided by a minus 0.512. Minus minus becomes a plus. Move 3 decimals forward. Move 3 decimals forward. Easy calculation now. 2560 divided by 512 gives you a 5. Now plus minus 6. So it's a plus 2.60 as my answer. Now let's look at the last part. Last part is pretty easy, nothing difficult. I would want you guys to do these questions yourself, and if you have any problems, you can discuss it with me in the comments below. Take care. Allah Hafiz.